most likely scenario is, unless something unusual develops between now and the voting period, we should expect an absolute shellacking, as I said before, of the Democrats. This is what all political analysts are expecting, and so the prospect not only of the right wing as a whole making gains is a very real one. The prospect of a Trump resurgency is also a very real one. Unfortunately, at this point, that's how dangerous this the whole debacle of the Biden regime has been. And so the only way to cut across that and create a genuine alternative to right populism that could unite the majority of working class people in America is through working class politics. It's not for nothing that Bernie Sanders got a resounding response to his campaign platform every single time that he ran. It united people even in states that you would otherwise think of as red states. It's in red states that you've seen not only a strong, a positive response for a working class campaign program like that of Bernie Sanders, but it's in a red state, West Virginia, where you saw one of the most successful and historic labor uprisings happen in our times, which was the struggle of the teachers in 2018, the West Virginia educators who won an enormous victory by standing up not only to the Republican-led legislature in the state, but also to the leaders of their own unions who were not willing to take a fighting approach to winning a strong contract and to maintaining solidarity across the board, among public school employees. So it was rank and file leaders and rank and file members of the educators union who did that. So that, plus the example of Starbucks workers now in nationwide unionization drives, in so many hundreds of stores, and the strike actions that Starbucks workers are starting to take at the store level without any political leadership. They're themselves recognizing that the only way to push back against the union busting and the anti-worker intimidation and threats is to take work stoppage actions and strike actions. And the example of the Amazon labor union winning a union election, all of this is telling us, well, the way to actually push back against corporate politics, push back against the failures of the Democrats, and to defeat the rise of the right wing is to build struggles of the working class where we are able to unite a majority of working people on a common working class based program. And in that process, the labor movement, and rank and file workers have a huge historic role to play. So the union drives in major corporations like Amazon and Starbucks are the most crucial thing right now. Absolutely, without any question, they are the most crucial thing right now. And if we can bring a real success, not only in terms of the number of Starbucks stores that win their union elections, we can't stop there, but in terms of winning strong contracts for store after store in Starbucks, if we can unionize Amazon warehouse after Amazon warehouse across the nation, where tens of thousands of workers start getting unionized and they start winning strong contracts, winning concrete demands like $30 an hour, that will show how a shift can be made. And that is precisely the shift we need to make. But none of this is going to be automatic. We will need courageous rank and file leadership in order to make that happen. And also the political clarity that a labor leadership that is tied at the hip to the Democrats is not going to be the force of change. The force of change will be a revival of the militant labor movement, and that can only be done on the basis of tens of thousands of workers understanding that we need a democratic rank and file based union movement.